a burn pattern that goes from underneath that child towards the door of the bedroom. That is caused by likely something. It's a significant burn pattern as he described it. It could have been alcohol, it could have been something else that gets consumed by the fire, but a significant burn pattern out of control.
Всем привет, это канал Фарагут. В этом видео я подобрал ужасные приговоры за не менее ужасные поступки. Попытайтесь прочувствовать эту атмосферу, когда понимаешь, что жить тебе осталось совсем немного, и вот-вот все закончится. Еще я вставил субтитры, чтобы было понятно, о чем идет речь.
A burn pattern that goes from underneath that fire door and then leave the residence standing outside watching it burn, likely something becomes a significant burn pattern.
So therefore, I am finding alcohol charged by the fire individual
a significant burn pattern.
found over the General Sessions Court for more charges.
Ashley, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you, son. And you know I didn't mean to hurt you. You just can't accept that. Because you know me. You've known me for 5 years. I never would have wanted to hurt Austin. I never wanted Austin to die. I don't know what I was doing. I don't know why I didn't go for help. I wanted to be able to handle it. I wanted to be everything that my father wasn't to me, and everything my stepfather was to me. I don't have a good family life. I haven't my whole life. It's been really rough. Most of my family has abandoned me, but I made a stupid choice a couple of years ago. I ruined half my family. The other half haven't been supportive. But I do want to thank them for being here today. I know their family is here. Thank you guys for being here.
В окрупности преступлений путем повышения меры строгого наказания более строгим, окончательно назначить Острикова исключительную меру наказания, смертную казнь, расстрела. Меру пресечения в отношении обвиняемого Острикова до вступления правозаконных сил оставить прежним, заключение под стражу.
Даже во время оглашения приговора на лице подсудимого не дрогнул ни один мускул.
After everyone had their chance to speak in this Wapello County courtroom, it was Dustin Armstrong's chance to say something about what he'd done.
Do you have anything you wish to say to me prior to my announcing what I'm going to do here today, sir?
No, Your Honor.
Last April, police found 2-year-old Braden Young unconscious in his Ottumwa home with a broken jaw and extensive brain damage. Armstrong admitted in Monday's hearing that he grabbed Braden's jaw and slammed his head against a wall.
Being betrayed by the man I was with for nearly 3 years brought me into the deepest pain I've ever known.
When Judge Joel Yates gave the guilty sentencing, Armstrong lost control of his emotions, dropped his head into his hands and cried.
And you'll have plenty of time in the Iowa penal system to think about what you've done to this defenseless child.
Tears were shed throughout the courtroom, some of joy as justice was served, others of pain as Sue Adler watches her son leave for prison.
Can't see Mr. Johnson. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, this is going to complete your jury service. I'm going to meet you in the jury room.
All rise.
You have 42 days to appeal. You are remanded to the custody of the Department of Corrections for service of this sentence. Thank you. Your Honor.
recess for 15 minutes.
Today, in L.A. Superior Court, Spencer begged for mercy from Judge Edmund Clark Jr. before sentencing.
I'm sorry for what happened, Your Honor, but I need to life in prison. And I'm not a bad person, but I made mistakes. But I'm not just some gangbanger that she tried to portray me as.
During sentencing, Spencer completely broke down.
The minimum period of parole eligibility is 15 years plus 25 years of life in accordance with Penal Code Section 12022.53D. This is to be concurrent with the school term.
Now, with more security, do students feel safer?
I definitely do feel safe, especially since like after 9 p.m. you have to show your ID and everything.
And I wasn't here to witness the shooting. I'm just a freshman, but I don't know, I've never felt unsafe here.
I feel very safe. I've actually been here on campus. This is my 34th year.
It was an incredibly emotional day in court. When the judge handed down that sentence to Jaleel Smith Riley, he became very emotional, even collapsing at one point. But the families of those victims tell us this is way too little, too late.
Four defendants serve a term of life without parole. As to count 4 for the offense of attempted murder.
This reaction from a confessed killer was the last in a series of intense moments in this Hamilton County courtroom, and exactly what the victims' families asked for.
I have to deal with life without Portia, so he should deal with life without parole.
With his request to withdraw his guilty plea denied and death penalty off the table, the families of Portia Brooks and Aaron Martin pleaded with Judge Charles Kubicki to hand down the maximum sentence. Smith Riley's family begged for a shorter one. With no criminal record outside of that night, they believed he had the capacity to be rehabilitated.
In case 562027, that the defendant shall serve a term of 3 years, which is the minimum on count 1 of that. As to count 2 in that case, felonious assault, a felony of the 2nd degree, it is ordered that the defendant shall serve a term of 2 years in prison on that count. As to count 3 of that case, the robbery, which is also a felony of the 2nd degree, the court orders that the defendant shall serve a term of 2 years on that count as well.
Orders that the defendant shall serve a term of 2 years on that count as well.
We think so.
At his sentencing today, 19-year-old Shondell Jackson was facing a mandatory life term for pulling the trigger, but hoped for a chance at parole, a hope dashed by Judge Rebecca Dallett, who gave him life without parole, sparking the outburst. It all started when Jackson turned towards the Potter family, something deputies were watching for. At the sentencing today, prosecutors played this 12 News video of Jackson's February conviction, when Jackson gestured to the Potter family several times, cursed at them, and as he was let out of court, our camera caught him smiling at the victim's family.
We see how evil Shondell is in court, looking at us, swearing at us, and smiling.
The judge said Jackson's past behavior in court influenced his getting the maximum sentence.
The severity of the blow to that child's leg, and to say that you did not recognize what had been done, to ignore what must have been the excruciating sounds that came from that child on a daily basis, is more than disconcerting to this court. And as such, the court finds it appropriate that each be sentenced to the State Department of Corrections for a period of